Hello, everybody. This is Bob Anderson, and it is June 28th, 2023. And I'm going to give an update quickly on this strategy that I am working with Bob from Colombia on. And so what I did is I've been running it. Now it takes a lot of computer space and stuff. I'll go over that in a minute to run it, but it's all intentional for a good reason. Anyways, so I'm going to show you my charts, what I've done, and then what I did do is I've run the results for the last 2 days, and I'll show you right on my Ninja. It'll show you realized P&L today that matches today's numbers. So what I did is this June 28th, I ran the strategy for the 1 minute gold line, 5 minute gold line, and a 5 minute red line. And the same thing with June 27th, 1 minute gold line, 5 minute gold line, 5 minute red line. I've arbitrarily created some trade times, and just like everything else, I make some I make some mistakes along the way. Don't read the instructions. I'm a male. So you just go and do it. So, as a male, I have to learn by, oh, wait, why is it broken? I'll give you a perfect example. So I got an asterisk over here on the NQ, okay? And I also should have an asterisk right here. And I should have another asterisk right here. You know why? Because that one, that RTY 5 minute gold line, RTY 1 minute gold line, and the NQ 5 minute gold line, they stopped trading. Because what I didn't pay attention to was the settings, which are manually can be adjusted, but the settings in the strategy are to stop the strategy once you have 3 wins. So it hit 3 wins, 3 wins, 3 wins, boom, done. And it may have done that on these other ones too. I don't quite remember, but I do remember, for example, on this NQ, that's why I've got it asterisked. It hit 3 wins before noon on the 5 minute gold line. And then 1 o'clock comes along and the market starts rolling over and it has a nice setup short, and it didn't take it. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with that? Couldn't figure out why. Then I go back over and there's this big thing on the chart that says 3 wins. And I went and looked and I'm like, oh, this thing shuts down. Which of course I could have changed it. So these numbers could hypothetically be larger. I know for a fact that NQ one could be larger. Anyways, so what these are ticks for one contract, okay? These are ticks for one contract. So, for example, in the last 2 days, running all 3 strategies on the RTY, the way it's, now this is round 1. I've already got round 2 sitting in my email. When I say round 1, I mean round 1 of me getting the strategy, testing it, debugging it, finding some issues. You guys may have remembered when I even announced that I had a problem where it took a trade right into the overnight open, which obviously we can't do, blah, 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 and a few other things. So I've had, Bob has actually made some changes to some things, and he sent it back to me literally an hour ago in my email to upload and run again and check for more bugs and whatnot. And there's folks, there's things going on in this that have got me, wow. So anyways, so the RTY had 130 ticks per contract. CL had 61 ticks per contract. 61, yes, 61. And the NQ had 60 per contract. Keep in mind, the NQ got shut down today. It would have had more if I'd have had my setting higher than 3. The RTY shut down. I don't know if it would have had another one here, but I do know over there it would have. I don't know if we would have gotten another 1 minute gold line trade or not. Remember, the market's kind of short there. You know, we only have a short time frame for those trades, but they fired them off yesterday. What I find interesting is this is summer trading that this thing's firing off these trades on. This is summer trading. I mean, I'm optimistic at this point. You know what I mean? I am. Well, I am. I'm optimistic at this point. And keep in mind, I know these strategies would work for GC. They would work for ES. You know, there's some other instruments out there that this can be run on. I can only run it on so much stuff, and I'm out of computer space and all that stuff. So anyways, what I want to do is kind of show you the charts, kind of pick some. I picked the RTY to go over since it seems to have had the most activity this week so far for 2 days. So I'm going to kind of go over that, but I keep in mind I still see some bugs in it. Well, I haven't gotten the newest version yet for me to say that, but I am very optimistic. And I've been sitting here, and it's been firing off the trades, and it's been doing its thing. There's been once or twice I thought it should have gone to break even, and it didn't. I mean, there's some things. You got to remember, the reality of it is this one strategy is really running 3 different total trading plans. It's a one strategy, but it has the ability to do the 1 minute gold line all by itself. It has the ability to do the 5 minute gold line all by itself. It has the ability to do the 5 minute red line all by itself. And so that's why it's set up. So this one strategy has a lot going on behind the scenes. I've had a bunch of people email me saying, "Hey, I'll send it to me. I'll debug it, help you debug it." I can't do that. This is not my intellectual property. This is Bob's, and he's trusted me by sending it to me, so I'm not sending it out to people. I just can't. Because Bob's going to be charging something for this. I can tell you that, and I don't even know what it is yet. I don't know if it's going to be something monthly or an upfront. I mean, my suggestion would be a monthly thing to keep the cost down, that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm right now I'm optimistic. I will say that, and it needs to be debugged on a few things. But it's really cool how it's picking up trades. And again, it's got more things going on behind it than I know about. It's got signals all over the chart about bear legs and short bull legs and stuff like that. And I'm not quite familiar with. It does, in some cases, it does background color changes based on market sentiment and things like that. So anyways, it may be keeping me out of bad trades. I don't know. So let me just show you some stuff, okay? So here we are. This is how I have it set up, just so you guys can see. This is kind of how I have it set up right now. So over on my left is my 1 minute gold line strategy for RTY. This is my 5 minute gold line strategy for RTY. And this is my 5 minute gold line strategy for RTY. You have to have three different charts open to run the 3 different strategies. Of course, you don't have to run all 3 strategies. You can just run one or whatever if you want. But anyways, and then over here, I'm just going to show you. See, this is a strategy, so it runs itself. Those are the P&Ls for today off of just CL and RTY. That's just today. Now I did it with 2 contracts. So what did it make today? 2 contracts. 1,100. Let me do the math here. What did the strategy do today? Well, this is just with 2 contracts. It did 800, 300, 410, and 100. $1,610 on just 2 contracts. That's just today. I didn't know that. I just did the math right now. Anyways, I can't make those numbers show up on that strategy thing. For those of you that know Ninja, I can't make this stuff up. It does it itself, and it has to be running live. If I disconnect that strategy, those numbers go to 0. Just so you know. So that's it. There it is. I can't make this up. So anyways, just for conversational purposes, let's look at the RTY in the 1 minute gold line. I think it took 1 trade today and it lost. So let's just go look. And again, I have to get with Bob about debugging it, because for some reason, like come over here and look at this. I'm not quite sure what the deal is, but see, I'm going to blow this up. See how I got colors that show you the sentiment that the market is now south versus north. But for some reason, I've lost those colors over here. It's probably me as a user error, but I've lost the color. Well, no, here the colors are. Must be it's running when the strategy's running. Hell, I don't know. See how new it is to me? Yeah, I guess it only changes colors when the strategy's running, because the strategy for the continuation trade is right here. It only runs very short time. 9:45 to 11 is all I have it running. Okay? So I guess I do have color changes. I don't have those on the 5 minute, I believe. Maybe that's where I'm thinking. Anyway, so it broke up to a new high, new pivot high within the last, for over an hour. It had the actual continuous smooth pullback. Boom, long right there, and the damn thing ran up. I mean, it ran up. Now here's an example where it's not going to break even for me, and I gotta fix that, because I have the settings for it to do that, but it's not doing it sometimes. Again, debugging things. This one went in at 64.9, and it ran up to 66.3, which is far more than 10 ticks. But when I got stopped out, I lost all 10. Or did it do it in the same candle? Maybe it did it in the same candle. Let me look here. That would make more sense. Maybe I got stopped out in the same candle. Give me a second here. Yeah, I got stopped out in the same candle. Forget that. I got stopped out in the same, and look at that. I got stopped out to the tick, and then it ran up. I ate those. I got stopped out to the tick. By the way, when going back and looking at this stuff, I got stopped out to the tick probably about 2 or 3 times in some of these trades, going back and look at it. But anyways, as you can see, we had the crossover, which is kind of what we look for. Here's the 1 minute gold line coming up. It's sloping north like it's supposed to. You had a smooth pullback, boom, 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 bam. It triggered your entry just like it should, and it's anticipating this roll up right here. Anyways, so it didn't work. That's minus $100 on 2 contracts. So anyways, that's what it looked like today. Let's look at yesterday, since it hit 3 and then stopped yesterday. Yeah, it hit 3 and stopped yesterday. So let's go back to yesterday just for conversational purposes on the RTY. Come on, Bob, where is it? Let's get there. Let's get there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jesus. It's me. All right. Pivot high right here. Pull back. Boom. Gone. 10. roll over below our gold line, which means there's a reset. We have all these below the red line, reset, roll up, new pivot high, boom, bam, gone, 20 ticks. Roll up to new high, down, roll up, boom, 20 ticks. I mean, I manually couldn't do that well. I manually couldn't do that well. This thing right here with 2 contracts made $600 in, and it did it all perfectly since from 10:03 to 10:31. Boom, done. And then it shut down because I had it set for 3. So it may have had more in it. I don't know. It may have had more in it, but it made $600 right here in with 2 contracts. So $300 for 1 contract. But anyways, so let's go look at the. Let me shut this one down. This should be the 5-minute gold line. Should be. Let's look. I might have the gold line and the red line mixed up since they are so much alike. Yeah, didn't have a trade here. See how this rolled across and then pulled down? I was actually watching this one live because I thought we were going to get a red line long on the red line chart, but it broke through the red line and didn't happen. And then it hit the gold line and it broke up. But the problem is this gold line's below the red line, so it's not a trade, not long, remember? So anyways, let's see here. Where did we have any trades in the gold line today? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, we did. Let me find it. All right, let's see here. And let's see here. So we had this roll up and then a roll over and then bam, got knocked out, rolled up, came back down, boom, bam, gone. This one ticked out. Frustration. I hate tick outs. And then we had this one right here, right at 9:46. Now again, I have my settings to start at 9:45. Right at 9:46, we had this short entry, boom, boom, 20, right there. And then you're out, and then look at what happened. I mean, it literally went 20. I talk about, people ask me, why do you use 20? Because so many times you're going to see 22, 23, and then whoosh, off it goes the other way. That one right there went 21 ticks from its entry and then reversed. Just like that. So anyways, so let's see here. And that was from this rotation up. And then let's see here. Then this came down, didn't create a new pivot low. So it didn't put you in this trade. Rotated up, rotated over, took this long, boom, got knocked out by a tick. A freaking tick. All right, now maximize. This is our 5-minute red line. Let me see here. 5-minute red line. Let's just for fun. Let's look at the 5-minute red line over here in oil. Since I've got to cut this video short here soon. Just for fun, let's look at the 5-minute red line today in oil. Was it today? Okay, so here, this isn't today. This was yesterday. I want to show this, though. So watch this. It crosses over. This is in the afternoon. So I've got it set to run from 1 to 3. Okay? So it crosses over, creates this newer pivot high within an hour, rolls over, bam, long, goes up. So here's your entry right here. Now it's doing it. It drags the entry down. And then boom. So here's your entry, 68.15. It ran up to 68.33. 2 ticks from your target. Rolled over, knocked you out at even. Right there. What a bitch. Anyways, then it rolled down and then rolled up and then rolled down again, but it didn't trigger a trade because this pivot wasn't lower than this pivot, yada yada yada. So let's look at today. That was yesterday, by the way. Let's look at today. Today had a beast of some trades. Beast of some trades. They only happened late in the afternoon. It's my favorite time to trade the red line, by the way. And oil is pretty good with the red line. So here's what happens. So we roll up. You know, this is after lunch. Had some gold line opportunities here on the 5-minute during lunch, but I didn't take any. Again, so roll up, create a pivot. By the way, here's a gold line trade right here. Holy cow. Maybe it took this one. It probably took this one. I don't remember. Anyways, rolled up, then down, and then look at it. Thrust through the red line, and then boom. And it sat there, and then wham, 20 ticks. It's just so much easier for me to do this while I'm letting it do the thinking for me in terms of like patience. Then it came and it rolled over. Now this is touch 3, by the way. There's a counter down here. It's hard to see. This counter is pretty small, but this says touch 2 right here. This is the second touch of the red line on the same side. And then it rolled up, gave you your 20 ticks, double topped here, rolled down, touch 3. By the way, touch 3 beasted its way back up, but this is not going to take touch 3. That's how we have this coded. But it will take the crossover. So we crossed over, pulled back up, boom, 20 ticks right there. So anyways, I still have some debugging to do, but I'm more than excited because I have a good base to start with. I have, as usual, there are some things that we've got to kind of work through because, you know, again, the most difficult trade of them all is the damn 5-minute gold line. That one is the most difficult one to code. So I got to make sure I got significant pivots being recognized versus insignificant pivots being recognized on the pullbacks for the trades so that we're not having this thing trigger off on bad trades. That's my nemesis. But anyways, it looks promising at this point. Everybody remember that Apex is having, you know, their 90% off sale for the 4th of July. I'm wearing my America shirt today. And affiliate code AGIBQTJY for your accounts. I will be creating 10 accounts and running this thing off of it. I haven't quite determined which instruments yet. Maybe I'll run these two together. There's some things I got to kind of figure out in doing that because like it puts all the trades on all the charts and it's kind of hard to explain. Just some things I've learned by doing it in sim mode. Anyways, that's what's going on here. Another thing is next week, the whole week, I will not be here. I will not be here. It's the 4th of July. I go to the beach in North Carolina, and I stay there for a week, and I'm never sober. And that last statement is the most factual one of this whole video. So anyways, I don't know if I'll do another video between now and when I leave, but I am working on this just so everybody knows. Talk to you later. Bye.